By end of this video, you will have a fire-proven method to increase your campaign's open rate by more than 45%. An average person gets 100 to 120 emails every day in their inbox. Only few get opened. Why is that? We only open what's grab our attention. To increase your email's open rate, you need to grab your audience attention first. And how do we do that? By throwing a killer subject line. Today in this video, I will be sharing 5 tips for compelling subject lines that will get your subscribers to actually open your emails. So let's dive in. Hi, this is Rahi and I help e-commerce brands with the retention marketing. Earlier, I ran my own 8-figure e-commerce store and I have worked with 50 plus brands to help them generate 34 million from email last year. Starting with tip number 1, get the hook right. That's the most important thing in any subject line, to get the hook right. This means you need to make sure to keep your email subject line super compelling and super engaging by evoking curiosity. In the crowded inbox, you need to stand out from the crowd. Hook is the first thing that will grab your audience attention. So hook can be anything. And there is a lot of confusion about hooks. We use 6 hooks to write killer subject lines. Number 1, question hook. Asking an intriguing question. Asking any questions like A versus B tend to get high open rates, and it's a good question. And similarly, how, what, when also helps with the open rate. Number 2, benefit offer hook. Given a compelling offer inside the email. Using the word free is a big motivator to open the email. So anything free, it tends to get high open rates. And similarly, there is a benefit of a bigger surprise that also helps with open rates. Curiosity hook, promising them something interesting inside. In this example, promising a ticket is not a daily occurrence. So there is a curiosity angle to it, and that gets built up. Similarly, AI false, if you make any big statement, that also creates curiosity. Urgency hook is creating urgency is an undeniable way to compel your customers to take action. Urgency hook is the easiest if you are running sale and all those things. So in this example, they have given 6 hours left, and there is a timer also in the email. So that also helps with the conversion. Similarly, last few hours left. So that's also builds up quite a good urgency. Social proof hooks. Highlighting positive reviews and experiences of your audience is a great hook to attract new audience. In this example, they have taken one snapshot and it's a positive emotion. So that's a positive part to highlight. And second, there is a pain point solution in this. So it's also a good hook. Number 6, FOMO hook. Creating FOMO works for almost every subject line, even when you don't have any compelling deals to offer to your customer. In this example, it's trying to set the FOMO using you are missing a point, you're kind of missing a point. So that's one way to set up a FOMO, that you are not looking at the complete picture. Now in this, there is a FOMO about something is coming big tomorrow. Ultimately, the main agenda is to pique your audience interest. Once you have that, believe me, you have already won the half of the battle. Second, keep it short and crisp. Subject lines do not have enough space in our email inbox, yet they carry a huge responsibility of the entire email's open rate. So here you need to play smartly with words. The key is to convey your hook but in limited words, so that your entire message of the subject line can be read in one go in the inbox. For many recipients, especially those reading your email on mobile devices, a shorter subject line is often better. I recommend not using more than 7 words or 60 characters for your subject line. In this example, the messaging has been conveyed with 3 words and 2 emojis. So that's the best if you can get it. And similarly in this, the context has been set with 3 words only. So that's the goal. Tip 3, use emojis and numbers. Spice up your subject lines with fun emojis. These emojis are only tools that add a little color and graphics to your subject line or make it look interesting. A study shows that having an emoji in the subject line can increase your click-through rate by 28%. It's not only pops the entire subject line, but also make it more alluring and attention grabbing. Word of caution while using emojis, don't overdo it, because using more than one emoji looks a little bit spammy. Also, emoji needs to be very contextually connected with the subject line and should go with the brand theme. In this example, emoji has been used very smartly, and it's adding to the messaging. Similarly, in this also, it's complementing the scene word. Similarly, adding numbers to the subject line keeps the subject line more specific and convincing. Anything we can do to pop the subject line in the inbox, we should do it. Numbers is also a great way to do that. So any number you can find, use it in the subject line. In this example, 86 is adding to the messaging, so it's adding to the curiosity angle. Similarly, 2x, it could have been written double, but 2x is more powerful, is smaller also. 2 for Tuesday is also more powerful. Is tip number 4. Lastly, get personal. One of the most important and my personal favorite is to give personal touch in the email subject line. One of the best way to engage with email subscriber is to connect with them emotionally. Giving that emotional resonance in your subject line, even in the simplest way, is incredibly powerful. One of the easiest way to do this is by giving personalization, such as adding the recipient first name in the subject line. According to Opt-in Monster, addressing subscriber by their first name in the subject line can boost open rate by 10 to 14%. A word of caution, don't overdo it. I know, even I am more likely to click on an email that says, Rahi, you forgot these items in your cart, as compared to you forgot these items in your cart. Some of the common personalizations we use for our clients is like product name, category name. You can use some loyalty points, specific milestones or anything like that along with the names. Also, you can highlight the pain point in the subject line. So if you have any like a zero party data on the user, like your cream for acne, and don't forget personalization is becoming more and more expected in email marketing, and this extend far past the subject line. So you can personalize the body, you can personalize the lower side of the email. So the whole messaging can be personalized. Another way to add personalization or keep it personal is avoid using any all cap words or sentences. Instead, use the normal small cap letters in the subject line as if you are writing a text message to your subject. You see, when we chat with our friends or family over a text message, we don't always use capitalize each word and each sentence. Similarly, it goes for the subject line, that keep the message casual and make it look personal. They should feel that it's coming from some person on the other side. Keeping the subject line in all caps make it very salesy in today's time. And in my experience, keeping the subject line in small caps perform much better nowadays. Like in this case, lowercase is adding to the messaging. So it's improving the messaging and it's coming across more personal. Similarly, in this case, it's coming across as a story. Lastly, I would like to share 3 additional tips. First, test your email subject line on co-schedule. So it's a tracker we use. So before making it live, make sure it's a score above 70. Second, keep your preview line in sync with your subject line. So preview line needs to go as an answer to the subject line, or it should add to the subject line. And third, while creating scarcity and urgency, use these tactics when the occasion generally calls for immediate action. Be careful and not to rely on these tactics too often. If you find this useful, then give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And for more such videos on retention and email marketing, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.